Hello viewers, my name is Untitled Chapter, and today I'm here to describe to you what exactly is the Pokemon Scoreboard. So tomorrow I will begin Season 2 of my Pokemon Showdown Scoreboard series, and before we get to that, I thought I should make an introduction video to new viewers or to people who may not fully understand the series on what exactly this is. And I've done one season of this before, which you can technically find, if you look at the playlist on my channel, you can find those videos because they are unlisted on a different channel. So you can't find them publicly, but if you go look at the playlist, and I will link to the playlist down in the description of this video, you can see Season 1 of Pokemon Scoreboard, and I highly recommend it because we had a lot of fun moments there, like a Finneon named Terror destroying things in Ubers. It was a lot of fun. But basically the Pokemon Scoreboard is a format I came up with where you randomly generate 6 Pokemon. You could do this on Scoreboard, you could do this on your physical copy of your game, like in Wi-Fi battles or BattleSpot, whatever you want to do, but you randomly generate 6 Pokemon from any, all Pokemon. It's not just a certain tier, not just legendaries excluded. Every single Pokemon in existence, you generate 6 random ones from a pool, and from those 6 you make a team of Pokemon, and then you go play 3 games with that team. And as you play these games, your Pokemon will gain and lose points depending on actions, and at the end of those 3 games you add up all the points. Whoever has the least amount of points is eliminated. You can have more than 1 Pokemon. If 2 Pokemon are tied from least amount, they both go, and then you randomly generate more Pokemon to replace them for the next episode or for the next 3 games, whatever you happen to be doing. Now, how the points are distributed is a bit where we start to get complicated. I don't really have any to script it, I just kind of have a bunch of notes down, so I'm just going to go with the flow here. Whenever one of your Pokemon knocks out one of your enemy's Pokemons, your Pokemon gains 2 points. Now, whenever you land a critical hit on your enemy, you gain a point. So it's like if you kill your enemy using a crit, you gain 3 points, 2 from the KO, 1 for the crit. Now, if your opponent does get a crit on you, your opponent lands a critical hit on you, you do not lose a point. I don't know why that is. It just, wait, do you? I actually have to look now. Yeah, no, it's no negative effects if you get hit with a critical hit, but if whenever one of your Pokemon faints, it is -1 point, even if it's self-inflicted from Life Orb or Explosion. If your Pokemon faints, you lose a point. If the opponent's Pokemon faints on its own, it faints from Recoil or it uses Explosion, your Pokemon don't gain points at all, because it killed itself. You have to physically knock out the Pokemon from Toxic or attacking it, whatever, to get the points from that. Of course, not all Pokemon are attackers, so there are points awarded for supporting as well. If you have a team that uses, you set up Stealth Rocks, you gain a point for setting up Stealth Rocks. You use Rapid Spin and clear the field, you gain a point for that. You set up a Reflect, you get a point for that. You use Heal Bell and clear status off a teammate of yours, you gain a point for that. You set up Tailwind to make your team faster, you gain a point for that. So all these different supporting moves can gain you points, and it often means supporting Pokemon do really, really well because they're pretty much guaranteed to get points for doing something, while attacking Pokemon have to rely on getting those KOs, and it can be very difficult sometimes. If you set up hazards, say I have a Regirock that puts out Stealth Rocks, and the Regirock dies or whatever, but then a Pokemon comes in and it dies from those Stealth Rocks, Regirock gets the kill, gets the point for that kill, because Regirock's Stealth Rocks did knock out that Pokemon. Now, let's move on to things this is where it starts to get really confusing. Assist. And if you're doing your own scoreboard, you can choose to play without assist. Basically, I had a little example I wrote down in the list of rules. So say I have a Gastrodon that's facing off against an enemy's Latios. I use Toxic on the Latios, but then I get taken out by Draco Meteor. Okay, so then I send in a Mamoswine while the Latios is still poisoned. I use Ice Shard on a Latios, who just barely survives it, taking it down to 7%, and at the end of that turn, the Latios dies to the poison. Latios will get, Gastrodon will get the 2 points for the KO because it was the Toxic that killed the Latios, but Mamoswine will get 1 point for an assist for not only helping it get down, but also kind of just being there, holding the fort down while it died, and stuff like that. So, assists are basically given at your discretion, wherever you think an assist fits, but that's basically how I do that kind of situation, so hopefully that makes sense. Other bonus points will be, whenever a Pokemon misses an attack, it loses 1 point. So if I go for Fire Blast and I miss it, I lose 1 point. However, if one of your Pokemon evades an attack, like say my opponent goes for Blizzard and it misses me, you gain 1 point for dodging it. Yay! Whenever you hit an opponent with a non-guaranteed side effect, you gain 1 point. So if you go for Toxic and you hit it, that doesn't count because that's guaranteed to poison. Even though it does have a 90% chance to hit, the entire point of that move is to poison your enemy. But if you go for Flamethrower and you get the burn, something that's not guaranteed, then you get 1 point for that. And vice versa, where if you're hit with a non-guaranteed move, then you lose 1 point. So, yeah. Phasing out an enemy with like Roar, Whirlwind, Dragon Tail, if they have stat boost, counts as a point. So if they have like, they go for a Dragon Dance and then you roar them out, you get a point. But if they don't have any stat boost and you just roar them out to roar them, because why not, you don't get a point for that. So it's a bit confusing. And the final one is when an opponent forfeits, every Pokemon on your side that has not been knocked out gains 1 point. So say you still have 4 Pokemon that are alive and 2 that are knocked out and your opponent forfeits, those 4 that are alive gains 1 point. I know this is all very confusing. I'm sorry, like if you look down in the description, it'll take you to a Google Doc form who like has this all typed out and it makes a lot more sense. But I just figured I should do this to introduce people to Pokemon Scoreboard. So whenever someone like new to the series, they're just like, hey, what in the world is going on right now? You can direct them to this video and they can watch it and life is just wonderful. So yes, that will be beginning tomorrow. I'm very, very excited about that. I still highly recommend you go check out Season 1 of the Showdown Scoreboard because I had a lot of fun with that. It's one of my favorite series. I know a lot of other people really enjoyed it. We had moments like a terror, they keep calling it a terror now, of Finneon and Ubers. That was freaking awesome. We had a Bonsly that just wouldn't be eliminated. Bonsly was really, really stubborn. The Hall of Fame, I forgot to mention that. It has a Pokemon have time limits of 10 episodes. So once you get on, you have 10 episodes. If you survive those 10 episodes, you go into the Hall of Fame. If you get eliminated, you obviously don't. And if you go into the Hall of Fame, you then leave the team either way. So no Pokemon will be around for more than 10 episodes. And once we have 6 Hall of Famers, the season comes to an end. We do our Hall of Fame special, and then Season 3, I guess. Last year's Hall of Famers, or last season's Hall of Famers, was a Probopass, a freaking Finneon, yeah, a Finneon that was in Ubers survived, and a Rayquaza didn't get into the Hall of Fame. Just saying. A Slowking, my apologies, a Nidorino, a Virizion, and a Solrock. So that was our that's 5? I think that's 6. Either way, that was our Hall of Famers. So you never know. And you have to play, like, whatever the highest tiered Pokemon you get is, that's the tier you have to play in. So if we have, like, 5 Little Cup Pokemon and then an Ubers, we're going to Ubers. It's really unfortunate, but it's a ton of fun. Hopefully you guys will check it out tomorrow when we return with Season 2 of the Pokemon Scoreboard. I'm very excited. Hopefully I'll see you guys then. And if you are excited about the scoreboard, let's get this video to 150 likes. I'll give it a nice low goal because I don't know how many people actually to watch this, but we'll see. You never know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. I'm Hardy Tech Yo-Yo. If you are excited and you are new to Team Caterpie, please feel free to subscribe or send me walnuts. I like walnuts. They're really good.
Bye.